our goal is to foster an inclusive environment for, this is what happens when I read things. Oh, great.
Oh,
Even better.
no.
Even better, because I tripped up. Hi, everybody. Hi, my name is Bendy. I hope we're live. You can hear me. Great energy to bring to the start of the game. What's up? Welcome to Obsidian Brews. We are a Black tabletop experience looking to help foster more inclusive environments for Black and BIPOC gamers. Tonight, we are so excited to host this lovely cast of folks, including the creator of the game that we are playing tonight. I will get ready to pass it off to him, and then we can go around and introduce. But Aloy, welcome.
Hey, y'all. I'm very excited to be here with Obsidian Brews. I mean, it's been a long road to today, so I'm very excited to be here playing with y'all.
Thanks so much. Rob, do you want to say hey who you are, and then we want to introduce our two fabulous players?
Sure. What's up, y'all? How's it going? Rob Madison the second, also known as MadDrRob on the everywheres here. This is so cool. We've been trying to get this set up for a minute, and I'm glad we were able to. Thank you, Eloy, for joining us. And thanks for the homies that were able to come play with us. I was so excited to have you guys here. It's gonna be so cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw it to yeah, I like to make them sweat. Christian.
Hey, that's me. Hi, everybody. Hey, what's up? My name is Christian, aka AFluffyGoomba. All over the internet, I'm a TTRPG performer, educator, and event coordinator here in the space. Are we talking about who we're playing, or is it just like
We're gonna do that in a minute.
Cool. I'm excited to be here. I thank you for the invite, Supers. I appreciate it. I can't wait to be a god with everybody else part time. Mark, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, what's the word, blurs and nerds? It's your 40-year-old boy, Mark J. I'm so happy to be here. It's such a beautiful cast. Just want to say that Rob is one of the best huggers I've ever been around. No cap, that's just all Rob. But yeah, happy to be playing this game and to be here. I'm one of the co-founders of Apochromatic Unlimited. We're another BIPOC space here to uplift others, all BIPOC in the TTRPG space. So we outside. I'm happy to be here with the Obsidian Brews. Thank y'all for having me.
Very cool.
Thank y'all for being here.
Yo, wait, why did the captions spell Apochromatic Unlimited right? That was incredible.
Oh, I love that.
Oh no, they fucked it up. All right.
Oh, never mind. Can't praise them too much.
So and again, I'm Aloy, Lasanta of Third Eye Games, and tonight we're going to be playing Part-Time Gods. In this game, we are playing people who have become gods of various things and trying to survive. You know, we're trying to survive the real world with stuff and monsters and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the scene, and then we'll get started with some character introductions. The city that these gods inhabit is called Cedarland, is what I'm calling it right now. It's in California, and it is currently nighttime at the beach, and we see the waves crashing. And as the camera pans, I think of it like a movie, sorry. As the camera pans to the dock, you see a beached whale, which is breathing staggered, barely hanging on. And a woman walks out. You can barely tell what she really looks like because it's so dark. And she hugs the whale and then starts walking away from the beach. And of course, all of you have heard the news talking about the beached whale because, you know, it's on the news and everything. But that was a few days ago. Today, you know, it's Thursday now. So I'm going to shoot to each of you, and we're going to kind of have a quick little introduction just to each of your characters. Let's go with, who am I going with first? Let's go to Christian's character. Christian, who is playing Dr. Simon Armstrong, who is a surgeon. You are deep in it right now, actually. It is a Thursday afternoon, and you actually had a very important. What kind of surgery are you doing today?
I'm probably having to deal with an edema, which is a swelling of the brain. Trying
Oh,
to
okay.
make sure that that is handled properly to drain that so that the person's brain or the vessels of the brain don't explode and they crash out.
Oh, very cool. So, are you the one performing the surgery, or are you attending Dr. Pierce?
I am performing the surgery.
Okay. Very cool. So you are the god of tenacity, and while you are, actually, matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and have a quick roll, real quick,
Oh,
for Armstrong.
first one. Oh,
Yes, you get to be
Let's
the first.
go.
First rolls.
can't wait to fail. Let's go. Let's do it.
We are going to have for you to perform your surgery, obviously. We're going to make it medicine, and we'll say plus, let's say plus tech, because you're probably not doing it by hand. You're probably using machinery and
Yeah,
whatnot.
sure. So it's eight.
So we'll make it a medicine plus tech.
Okay.
Just so everybody at home knows, because Dr. Armstrong is a doctor, he has a 5 in medicine, which is as high as you can have. And he has a 3 in tech, which means he'll be rolling 8d10.
Yes, here we go. Oh,
So you got 4 successes, which is good. That's good. That's what you needed. I mean, brain surgery, 4 is what I wanted. Any less than that, I mean, this is very intricate stuff happening here. But 100% you are pulling it out. Dr. Pierce is actually attending you. Very jealous that you're able to pull this off. Not that she was hoping that the patient would die or anything, but you know how rivalries work. But yeah, you're definitely able to pull it off. You, in previous times, how long have you been a god for?
oh man, that's a good question. I think I've been a god for. Let's roll a die. Fuck it. Let's roll a die. Let's roll another d10. Let's roll another d10. How about that? So we're gonna do one d10. I've been a doctor for 7 years.
You've been a doctor for 7 years. How long have you been a god for?
Of those 7,
Of those 7.
let's see, 2.
I love random rolls. And actually, that works out pretty nicely. So for the last 2 years, of course, you have been using your dominion of tenacity in order to help people push through and survive their surgeries, which is actually how you became the god of tenacity. Is you constantly pushing your patients, and the spark of that dominion hit you. So cool. You finish up with your surgery and you're washing up and you're doing your hands and whatnot. On a Thursday afternoon, Rob, what is Charles doing? Charles Williamson, who is a civil engineer.
Charles is I'm most likely afternoon. I'm guessing it's probably like 2 o'clock. We on a Thursday, we have probably 2 designs that need to be done by Friday. So I'm probably overseeing my team, making sure that we get at least these latest set of drawings out the door for tomorrow. I sort of look out. I'm looking at in my office, like I've gotten the team ready. I'm looking out my window at the construction site, and it's going well. Like, things are happening, so we can keep moving. We'll be all right.
Fairly well, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Well, since you're working on, you're working on your drawings and your schematics and whatnot right now, let's go ahead and let's make a crafts check real quick. We'll see how good these schematics are going.
Woo.
So let's make it crafts and discipline. That
Okay.
makes
That's five dice.
it gives
Let's see what we can do. I think that's 1 success.
1 success. Okay. With 1 success, yeah, I mean you did it. It's basics, right? You're the boss. So you're like, hey, you draw it up simple and you hand it off to your people. You're like, something like that. Improve on that. Iterate, if you will.
Close enough.
And they start working on that. So very cool. So you are at the office and you're working on paperwork. Mark, what is Mr. Hines doing? Marcelo Hines.
Marcelo is looking at a wall of monitors that are giving him feeds from different parts of the casino, and he's holding like a brandy snifter and just looking at it. And as a god of chaos, I'm just nudging luck a little bit. I'm kind of giving luck. I'm taking away luck. I'm just hedging the different odds for different people at tables, and especially for my dealers and stuff like that.
Very cool. Can you make for me a perception, let's say plus speed roll, please?
Perception plus speed. So I'm adding my perception and my speed.
And
Ooh,
that's how many
okay.
dice you'll roll.
It's not that many. I wish it was more.
So you got one success.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So with one success, as you're watching the various monitors, there's you see, because this is what you do, you actually see one of the people who is obviously like pocketing, like there's a pickpocket in the casino, like going through picking the pockets of the people who are sitting like playing poker and stuff. They're just like, yoink, here's a coin there, coin there. When gosh, what is your assistant's name? Aviana?
Yes.
Aviana is there, and she picks it up too. She's like, what should we do, boss?
You know what? Let's let this one slide today. If they get caught, that's on them. But let them go.
Sure thing. I'll alert security, let them know to let him go.
Very good.
Nice.
Thank you.
The nicest gambling casino owner ever. I love it. So that's what you're doing on a nice Thursday afternoon. And Bendy, what is Anna Idney doing on a nice Thursday afternoon? You are an explorer.
I didn't go with the explorer. Professor. And
Got it.
yes, I'm so sorry.
That's me.
No. So I am teaching a class this semester on 1970s era New York City and through urban anthropology. And I just had my students write a paper on John Calhoun's behavioral sinks, studying what the effects of urban suppression. So I'm just immersing myself in these papers that my students have also gleefully enjoyed writing, as I can tell as I'm reading through them.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, can you make a let's say a fortitude plus knowledge roll for me?
Fortitude. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Real quick, that's how many dice?
Looks like it's 5 dice. Right? It looks like you have a knowledge 4 and a fortitude.
Oh, got it. Okay, my brain backwards to that. Perfect. That is 2 successes.
So you have 3 successes because 10s count as 2. So don't forget that. So you actually have 3 successes. That was your roll because your students liked the papers so much. They're long and extensive, and you've actually been up since yesterday. Reading.
Yeah.
That was your role to see if you actually stayed up or if you're, napping.
Nice. Great. Yeah. No, all powered right through the night.
I love it.
Sustaining myself on the energy within these papers.
Very cool. And yes, you were definitely able, and as a teacher, you did a good job. Like they picked up 80% of the points you were actually trying to make. Maybe not all of them. Maybe like your star pupil was able to wrote the perfect one. But yes, so and you of course are the god of empathy.
Yes.
Which is a fun thing. I don't think we went over everybody's godhood. I'm sorry. Marcelo is the god of chaos, which makes sense. You don't want to create any undue chaos by harassing simple pickpockets. And then, of course, Charles being the god of inspiration. Very cool. We're after that. All right, so that's we're in Thursday afternoon. Everybody's kind of working, and it's nice. Again, everybody kind of says, let me see. Alviana comes in to your office and flips the TV on. For Anna Idney, Avril, your wife, calls you and says, turn the TV on. For Charles, the guys in the office, they flip the news on. And for Christian, for Dr. Armstrong, excuse me. I'll try to refer by character name and not by player name. And then for Dr. Armstrong, while you're in the doctor's lounge, while you're kind of getting ready, kind of to leave, because you only had the one surgery for today. So while you're doing that, the TV is on in the break room as well. And on the TV, you hear the news the news person, not the anchor, the reporter, and they're saying, today on Franklin Street, there was a hit and run accident of a poor, not a poor, of a young man named Andre Madison, who was sadly fatally injured in the hit and run. If anybody can find a silver Toyota Corolla, and she starts kind of reading off the different model and everything, then it cuts to an interview of Andre's mother, and she starts saying, my son was only 15. I can't believe that this happened. And there was a woman, and the reporter goes, excuse me, there was a woman. Can you explain that a little bit more? And she says, yes, there was a woman, and she had leaves in her hair, and she just walked by, and she didn't even act like she noticed that there was a car crash, but I saw her talking to my son. And then they said, okay, well, the police have given us a sketch of the woman, and then they pop a sketch of a woman up on the screen. And they say, if anybody knows anything about the whereabouts of this woman, please, you can call either the news station, or you can call the police, and we definitely want to try and find this woman if she knows any information about this hit and run. And then they, back to you, Chuck, and they move away. So that's kind of the setup here. So how are all of you kind of responding to this news?
I'm still at the hospital, so
you are. I mean, and like I said, and you're getting ready basically to leave.
Yeah. Did that hit and run case come to my hospital, or did it go somewhere else?
The hit and run. Oh, that's a very good question. Actually, the hit and run would be coming to your hospital. They aren't there yet, but they are coming there.
Okay. So I think I would stay then.
Okay.
Because the circumstances sound celestial in nature. Because we see the picture drawn up, and they don't look like your average everyday.
No, the picture almost looked like elven, like sort of thing. Not necessarily with like pointy ears or anything, but more just like very like sharp features and whatnot, and leaves in the hair and whatnot. Definitely not your normal kind of person.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my coat. I'm already putting back on my doctor's attire.
Okay, so your plan is to get back into character as a doctor and essentially try and figure out if there's something going on with this kid that's about to come into the hospital.
Yeah, if I can save the kid, ask the kid questions.
So you're staying put.
Yes.
Mark, what are you doing?
It's really curious that this kind of fey-looking woman has showed up and potentially caused this accident. I want to reach out to my homies and see if they know anything about it.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna ask your gang, your family, excuse me,
Fellow
for
gods.
information on this said thing.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so so you're going to check with the family.
You checking with us?
No, I'm checking. No, I'm checking with the other gods.
Oh, checking with the other gods. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first let me. So that's what you're gonna do. Bendy, what is Anna Idney doing?
So Anna's definitely in her basement like workspace, and I have several objects that I have procured from local museums that I'm in the process of getting sent back to their country of origin. So I'm going to use my blessing of I know just the book to sift through what I have piled in here, because I haven't had a chance to go on my sabbatical to return everything to their natural place. So I know there's definitely something in here that could tell me who this woman with the leaves is, or at least a reference to specific information regarding her.
So you're doing that's your professor blessing, correct?
Yes.
All right. And I believe what that does is it gives you a bonus for your researching and stuff.
Yeah, I get a +1 speed when I need to quickly do this.
Okay. All right. Very cool. All right. So you're going to be researching, doing some researching. And then what about you, Charles?
I would gladly take the phone call if it's coming my way.
Taking a phone call from who? Oh, from Mark. Gotcha. From Marcelo.
Yeah. If a phone call is coming, we gotta. I trying to figure out where, like, cause I know where generally in the city this is happening.
Yeah.
Where this happened, but when it comes to having a plan, I'm probably the first person people would call. So.
Very cool. All right. So let me handle their call real quick, and then I'll hit you. I'll hit Dr. Armstrong and Anna. Yeah, Marcelo's calling Charles.
Hello,
Mr. Williamson, my good man. How been?
Mr. Hines. I'm guessing you're not calling out of, wanting to chat about random things. You saw what happened, yeah?
I did indeed. Well, first let me say, there's also news about your mom at the beach. Anyway, the beach dwell. Sorry, was that poor timing?
Wow.
Your mama at the beach? Okay.
Okay.
My bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Your casino, basement level 2, room 806, if I'm not mistaken. If you go into there, you will notice that the floor is cracked.
How do you know that? Well, of course you know.
Yeah.
Why do you know such mundane things, though?
Structural integrity is not mundane.
I can see that. I mean, if something breaks structurally, it could cost me millions. Nobody wants that.
Right. So we'll come up with an idea to fix it.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
Anyway.
About the hit and run. Do you recognize the image? Do you know this girl?
I do not, but we really should find a way to find this. That's not a regular. That's not a regular. I was going to ask if you had connections with some of the outers, but to sort of find them.
Real quick, GM.
Yes.
Who's black here? Was the woman black?
The woman.
Or what was her? Whatever.
I would say no. I would say that
like
she.
Elven. Okay.
No, she had she looked European.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's, you know what happens. He probably got distracted driving. So don't laugh at that question. I'll do what I can. I'll talk to my people and we'll look into it.
Okay. Honestly, I do know that you are very good at what you do, with getting people organized. I think that we may need to find out what's going on with the person. Hopefully Simon's on it, and he's got him. I don't know. I don't know. Have you heard from Anna recently?
No, not in a while. I think she's busy doing professor stuff. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm aware that they're shipping some really important artifacts back somewhere. I might have my people intercept some of those into my private collection, but don't say anything about it, okay?
That's not a me thing.
Things just disappear in the mail. It happens all the time.
That's a y'all thing that you guys need to work. Y'all should talk. Y'all should just sit down.
Well, now you're in on it, so
I'm gonna say y'all need to sit down and talk about it. Y'all, don't put this on me.
We'll see.
Don't put this on me.
I'll see if
you out here talking about mamas. Don't put this on me.
If it comes up in conversation, we'll bring it up. And if not, no worries. We'll just go about our individual business.
Got it. I'll try to reach out to Anna, see if they know anything, and maybe we'll try to meet Simon. Maybe either at the hospital or at the park. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I like that plan. Sounds good.
Okay. Mr. Hines, always
Mr.
a pleasure.
Williamson. Until next time.
Very cool. So Mark, for your you want your guys to check stuff out. If you can, what you'll do is you will strain your family bond.
Okay.
Once. And then what you're going to do is we're going to make some rolls here. And then you're going to spend 1 wealth.
Okay.
Basically, you're paying them to go and check stuff out for you.
True. Okay. Yeah, strain on a family. All right. What am I rolling?
You are going to roll influence, and let's see. What are you having them check out? You're having them check and knowledge.
Okay.
We'll make it a influence and knowledge roll.
That is 6d10.
That would be 6d10.
Oh yeah, a couple 10s in there. Oh, that's all.
Oh my
successes,
God.
Right? Yeah.
All right. And what information were you specifically trying to get back from them?
We are trying to find any information about this kind of Fae type person. Where they might have come from, where they've been, any kind of background on them, who's seen them, where they hang out.
Okay. So just so you know, what you just rolled for was to see how quickly they will come back with the information.
Cool.
And with that many successes, they'll be back next scene. So we do have to give them time to go out and get the information and then come back.
All right.
However, what I'm about to do is I'm about to roll for how good the information will be.
They just walk out the door. Oh, found it.
Yeah, I mean, and tell me again exactly what it was you were looking for again. I apologize.
2 things, I guess. Who she is, where we can find her.
Where she is. Very cool. I didn't tell everybody. Everybody has to spend a free time right now because this is all one scene that we're all doing here. Okay, so you're doing that. They're gonna come back with that info. What level are they? They are crime family level 4. Ooh, good job. You got a good family.
Vision, yeah.
And that makes it 4d10. All right, cool. Okay, very cool. All right, so Bendy, Anna is going to do some of your own research. So you go to your library and you're reading up on what information are you trying to find?
I'm trying to figure out if the woman in the sketch, if there's any identifying features that would tell me if she is human or not, or if she is of the god variety or somewhere in between.
Okay. So you can make a knowledge and speed roll and get your +1. Because you're doing it fast. You're doing it fast.
Let's go. Oh my god.
Oh.
0 successes
Wow. All right.
with 2 critical fails.
The 2 ones, but the ones well, okay, so technically the ones only do something if you got no successes, which is has happened.
Yeah.
Your
So
book's burst into flames. You flip a page too hard and it explodes.
I open up a book and I'm like, Honda, what?
no, you open up your book, and actually a lot of your signs are pointing you towards this woman, I guess, possibly being a giant of a certain giant variety, like the mountain giant, possibly. And it's crazy because obviously the report was just that she was a regular woman. However, you do know that giants possibly can adjust their size and whatnot when they enter the real world.
Mm-hmm.
All possibility that this is a mountain giant, and you are 100% convinced of this.
Okay. Has to be mountain giant. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that could be. So what do I know of mountain giants? Do I know much? I guess, can I make a knowledge roll to see what I know of mountain giants?
Sure. Well, and we'll say that your book has some pretty good information.
Okay.
Giants, right?
Okay.
You know that they would, usually hang out on mountains. They like to eat goats. They are actually, mountain giants are one of the largest of the types of giants as well, like easily 35, 40 feet tall.
Okay.
In terms of giants. And of course, giants are really, really bad, and they actually enjoy killing gods.
Okay.
So
not great.
If there's a giant in town and you are a god, it might be coming after you.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then is, I am West Indian myself. So I'm going to go down to Violet's around the corner, and I know she's got fresh goat. And if I know anything about giants, I can at least try to draw him in with that. So I'm going to go get myself equipped.
I love it. And I'm going to say that you do have to spend, I don't know, for a goat on the fly, a 2 wealth for this goat.
2? Okay.
Make it 2 wealth.
2?
You want to negotiate?
I would love to negotiate with Violet, because 2 feels like a lot for a goat.
Make an influence roll. Let's say influence, and what would you think your secondary skill would be for that?
Empathy.
Empathy?
I'm going to appeal to her. I know everything about Violet. I know about her 12 children. I know about, her love for what she does. Like, I'm going to go up to Violet and I'm going to be like, hey, sweetie, I need a goat.
Okay. Make an influence and empathy roll.
Well, goddamn.
Try not to get 2 1s again.
I know a plate of goat is like $15-16.
I know.
A whole goat,
Yeah.
wholesale. You getting she get a discount.
All goat, no curry. Like, goddamn.
Damn, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. That's bad. That's all fails. 6 of them.
1s again.
And 2 1s.
So I'm gonna say that, like, literally she says she can't part with it unless because rent's coming up and everything.
So now I gotta give her 3.
You actually need to give her 3.
Bruh.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Oh, she appealed to me with the rent. So I'm like, you know what? Yes, of course I'm gonna give you 3. So now I ended up negotiating myself into giving more money because I love humans that much. So
I love it. Also, Rob is actually keeping track of our Pantheon dice behind the scenes. That needs to be upped to 6 because
Sweet.
critical failures also result in additional Pantheon dice.
dang, I'm gonna stop rolling.
I'm scared to touch the digital roller now.
I'm gonna refresh my digital roller.
I've never seen 2 back-to-back rolls that bad. That was
Blessed be the dice.
Yeah.
real bad.
Goodness.
Okay, so we got that. All right, so Dr. Armstrong, let's see what you're doing real quick. So you're waiting for the kid to come in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the kid eventually comes in. I'm gonna say before the scene is over, the kid is down in the ER. What are you doing?
I'm there prepping for surgery. I'm barking out commands, telling people to get crash carts, telling people to get certain medicines and sterilization ready.
Okay.
Already washing his hands, getting just ready to save this kid's life.
Okay, very cool. Let's do a check for barking out your orders and making sure everybody is following your stuff, because technically you don't necessarily work in ER a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I do have specialty in triage.
Oh, you do have. Then that's even better.
That is emergency
then
medicine.
let's make an influence in medicine roll and get that bonus of your triage in.
Influence in medicine. That's 2 and 5, so it's 8 total because I get the bonus.
Yeah, anything involving medicine with this guy is going to be huge.
Yeah, so 8 to D10. Yeah, I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. I'm gonna say everybody's moving at a pretty good pace, right? Yeah, everybody's getting the stuff. I'm keeping a tab on how many successes we're getting out of these rolls, by the way, to see if you might even save the kid.
Wait, I'm looking at my thing. I have what is it called? My medical opinion, I think is what it's called. Hold on.
Okay. What does that one do?
I'm looking for it right now.
Christian.
No, it's gain knowledge on a +1 knowledge to properly diagnose someone or recall drug effects or treatment options.
That would be if you were making a medicine plus knowledge roll.
Yeah.
You would get that one.
Yeah, I looked at that. I was like, okay, no.
Okay, cool. So, but that's a good one too, because I think that's going to be the next roll. So we have 2 successes so far. This is what is called an extended check. And there's a certain number of checks that you need in order to save this child. Right now you have 2. So now what we're going to do is you are going to examine him real quick. You see he's barely breathing. You can definitely tell that there's contusions and blood, and say probably both his legs are broken. Really, really bad. You can make now a knowledge plus medicine roll to basically diagnose what's happening, so you know the best course of action when you go in for surgery.
Would I get the +1 from my medical opinion now? Okay,
yes.
So that's okay.
Now is when you would get that.
Cool. Okay, that's 10d10. Yeah.
The stakes just went like really high.
Did I?
Right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa! Like the best doctor ever. All right. Well then. Very cool. So you've definitely successfully diagnosed the issue here. You know exactly what type of surgery you have to do. I'm not a medical professional as the GM, so I'm not going to bother trying to say what kind it is, but you know.
There's a bunch of them. There's several.
Exactly. There's a whole bunch of different ones that he needs. So I'm going to say then you're going to rush into the theater, and you are going to perform said surgery. So let's do that. That will be a medicine plus discipline roll.
Discipline. Could I possibly use a manifestation, aka Aegis, to purge?
You can 100% get. So what do you want to use your Aegis for?
To purge the pain, I guess, away, or purge the most dangerous amounts of pain.
Yes, I will say that you can. So let's make that an Aegis plus discipline roll.
Plus discipline.
Or actually plus empathy. Let's make it plus empathy. That makes sense.
Empathy. Okay. Where's my base? It's Aegis plus empathy, so it's
Aegis plus empathy.
So that's 16. Ooh.
Okay, so your dice roller is the opposite of Bendy. What we're finding out now.
Don't say that. It's gonna flip again.
No, say
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5 successes on this thing. That is ridiculous. So just so everybody knows, there was going to be 12 successes necessary to do this, and you got 13. So you actually did it. I was making it incredibly difficult, and you
Wow.
still did it. Uh,
Take that, Meredith Grey.
that is ridiculous.
Take that.
That's ridiculous. So you are able to you make the kid. I'm just gonna say that we're gonna count it that as your role for the surgery itself. Because I'm gonna say like combine with your already impressive rolls plus the tenacity that you have now given the kid to survive. This kid has definitely survived. It's still very much in a coma.
Yeah.
Probably won't be talking anytime soon.
Right.
But he is alive, and that is the important thing here.
That's the most important.
Good
thing.
job there.
That's the most important thing to Simon.
So when you are done with that, we're gonna say that that's gonna end your scene there.
Cool.
So the rest of y'all and Anna, I think the only person who hasn't done something active is Charles. So Charles, did you want to do something active?
Yes.
Because you paid a free time to be in the scene, so you should be able to do something in the scene.
So I was gonna suggest something kind of wild, just because I had a weird idea, and I'm just gonna run with all my weird ideas today.
One
Do
shot.
it. Do it.
Yeah. I wanted to see if there was a way to find, like, sort of connect with the city itself and find people.
Okay.
Like, because I'm working on my job, and what I do is give inspiration, not just for things that you can, music that you can create and entertainment you can make, but a lot of it's built around building the city and
Okay.
making the city better. So I've had a hand in building a lot of the city recently, or a lot of different parts of the city that are being built. So it's one of those, like, are they near any place that I know? I know where the accident happened, but this person has just been somewhere in my city, and I'm like, and I don't know where they are. So I sort of want to, like, try to connect with the idea was, wait, maybe I could see where they are, or
Okay.
find something that they would be somewhere. And I have no clue how I would do it, but it's one of those, like, oh, that's a good idea, and then you just try to do it.
So it's Oracle is for anything sensing.
Cool.
Obviously, if you're sensing anywhere in the city, that means it's going to be a lot. We're going to need probably just 3 successes just for range itself.
Oof. Okay.
And then, probably 1 or 2 for you're just trying to sense somebody who is nearby something that you have helped inspire, essentially. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Let's see if they're nearby something I've helped inspire, just in general.
Okay.
So we can find their general position.
Yes.
I'm guessing since anywhere in the city seems kind of big, I probably went. I can go everywhere. All right, keep it small. Just places I know. Just places I know. Okay, let's just do places I know.
You have
And then
2 in Oracle, and let's say if we're sensing, I would say either perception or possibly discipline or empathy, possibly. Like these would be the ones that you would be sending your senses out, to sense things. Maybe even survival or possibly travel, because travel is about, circumventing places. There's a lot of options for the secondary skill. I just looked at your page though, and all of them are 2.
every single one you mentioned was
So it doesn't
a 2.
even matter. It equates to 2 dice, 2 additional dice, regardless of the secondary skill.
Brilliant.
You would be rolling 4 dice then.
Is there a way that I could convince you that my blessing of design the map, where I gain +1 travel to navigate unfamiliar cities, but I designed the map, I designed this city,
Yeah.
so I would get that one at +1 for knowing things about this city?
Let's do it.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. So that will be 5d10.
Yes, let's do 5. So you got 2 successes. Okay. So if we were to, I'm looking at the map here because I know where she is. If we were to do the map here, let's see, with 2 successes, I'm gonna say you don't sense her. You're
Oh.
not able to sense her anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay. So she's
More
not-
successes than you might have, but we're just off. So you're like, oh no, I'm not able to, get a read on her. All right, cool. All right, so we're all done with that scene now. I think some of you said you were going to go to the hospital. Was anybody going to change locations going into the next scene? What's everybody's plan?
I was going to actually call Anna and then find out whether we wanted Anna and I guess Dr. Dr. Armstrong and see if we were gonna meet either at the hospital or at the park.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this is
Top-
probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours after, because this will take place after like doing the triage and the surgery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'd call Anna. Pick up.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard the news.
Yeah, that there's a giant in our midst. You know what I'm
Wait.
trying to say.
Did you see the person?
No, I saw her, yes, and then I did a little digging, and I am quite certain that it is a mountain giant.
All right. You probably know better than I do. Aren't giants typically real big?
Yeah, but they also I know that they have the ability to make themselves quite significantly smaller and to walk amongst the mortals. And so I've been trying to find myself some protection for the last like hour or so. I don't know
Okay.
about you, but
Okay. I was trying to find the person, but protection makes sense. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too. That makes sense.
What you got to protect yourself? What do we got? We got extra guns, clubs, magic stuff. What you got?
Well, first step, I went to try to find myself a goat.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
That didn't quite work out though. But I mean, I had a lovely conversation with Violet, and Violet's doing so well, and her kids are so great. And oh my gosh, and I gave her extra money for her rent, but neither here nor there. You don't need to know that. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure we're all doomed, and we need to do something about it.
Okay. That sounds like a lot. I appreciate you looking out for the fam and trying to get the goat.
Always looking out.
On a Thursday? Really? Come on, you know that's when they sell out. Come on now.
I know. She couldn't part with it.
Yeah. So idea time. Do we want to meet at the park or at the hospital? Because we know Simon is going to. If they went to the hospital, Simon's in it.
Right. Well, the issue is though, if we go to the hospital, then the giant could have possibly followed the child to the hospital, so that's an issue. But if we go to the park, then we could get caught outside. So I'm really thinking that the most possible, best.
Anna? Yeah. I have an idea for you.
We're
gonna breathe. We're gonna take a deep breath. One in, one out. Okay, that was me breathing, not you. Okay, so we're gonna do this one more time.
Okay.
Together now.
Yeah.
Yep, breathe in.
Do I breathe now?
Yes. Okay, that's a gasp. That's a gasp. I'm gonna first let that out. Let that one out. Okay. Okay.
Now?
Yep.
Okay.
And out. Yeah.
So where do you think we should go?
Oh my God, this is gonna be a thing.
What?
Yep. We are gonna be a thing. So we're gonna I say we wait till Simon's done and we meet at the park so that the giant doesn't destroy the hospital.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Of course, but I didn't think that the giant would destroy the hospital because there's just so many mortals inside. But if the mortals are there, then who cares if the mortals are in the way? You're right. We should go to the park.
breathing is good. You're gonna practice that. You're gonna practice that. It's gonna work out for you.
Uh-huh.
Very cool. So then you two are going to the park. Marcelo,
I'll
Are
give Marcelo a call and tell him to. I'll page him to to go to the park.
are you also going to the park then to answer the page, or do you have other plans?
Once I get the information from my people, I think I'm gonna head to the park as well.
Okay, you're going to get the information in the next scene.
Outstanding.
So it's just wondering where you're going to get the information. Are you going to stay here to get the information, or are you going to go to the park and then get the information?
Oh no, my people will come to me. So yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
What I
So,
paid for.
so Marcelo is holding tight there. He says, "I'll meet you at the park later."
And I'll also page Dr. Armstrong, and it just says, "Doctor, when you're free, the park."
And then the question would then be to you as well, Dr. Armstrong. Will you be going to the park, or are you going to stay at the hospital? Do you have other ideas and plans for yourself?
I mean, I don't have like the saving this kid was the #1 priority. If the mom comes by to check on their son, which they should be here.
The mom the mom is not there because she was with the cops, but she is on her way, so she'll be there. If you stayed at the hospital, she will be there in the next scene.
Okay. We love rolling dice. Let's roll some dice. Let's see.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, evens. I'll stay at the hospital. Odds. Even. I'll go to the park. Odd. I'll stay at the hospital.
That's fair. See what you get.
Oh, that's not the right one. D20 to do the. I'm staying at the hospital.
So you're staying?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, very cool. Well, I mean, we kind of know what everybody's doing, so that's good. All right, so we have 2 people staying still, 2 people going to the park. All right, so the 2 people staying still, it's just only going to cost you 1 free time for the next scene. The people who are moving, as a matter of fact, it's kind of funny. The example that I did before we started recording was I did Bendy's character moving to 5-5, which is exactly what's happening now. So we are going to be a free time to move there, as well as a free time to be part of the scene. So it's going to cost you 2 for this scene.
Got it.
And then obviously for tenacity, you're just 1 away, so you're just gonna bam.
Yeah.
Got that right? No, wrong one. Not tenacity. Tenacity is staying still. The 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys are both at 5-5.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yep. Oh, thank you for moving me.
The reason that I put you there is this was a thing that I actually didn't give Christian. I didn't give you your +2 to your manifestation roll because you were in a location that you were joining for 2 divine spots on the map. Right. So you should have gotten a +2 to that roll.
Oh, so it was even better.
So that's why you notice I put you guys are both at 5-5, but you notice I put you in between the 2. So yes. You both, if you do manifestations in the next scene, you'll get a +2. That's how the divine thing works.
So I really saved that boy. That was
nice. Nice.
You had fewer dice, and you really saved it. I was like ridiculous. So with that in mind, let's jump back to Marcelo. Your people come back. Let's say it's Aviana. Aviana comes back. And I'm going to give you the choice because I only rolled 1 success on the information that you will be getting back. So since you asked 2 questions with 1 success, I'm going to give you 1 of those answers.
Okay.
So I can tell you the 2 questions were who she is and where she is.
I don't know where she is.
Okay. So I will tell you that. I will say that the Aviana says that some of the guys saw her just walking casually through the neighborhood, it's a pretty seedy spot in the city with lots of drugs and stuff in that city. And she literally was just, the guys said that she was just walking. She's not responding to anybody. She's not talking to anybody. She's just walking very nonchalantly just down the street. Very interesting. And I'm gonna say like they I forgot that we're playing in the 90s. I was about to say, and they take out their phone and they show you a picture they took, but no.
Polaroid.
That would take like 2 days for them to get it developed.
Yeah.
They're developing the photo right there.
If we want to go that route, let's say that they were able to snap one shot, and
Okay.
you see this woman. It's not a very good shot because they didn't want to get too close, so it's a little far away. But you see her. She is pale skinned. She's got like golden robes on, and she has like a ring of flowers in her, of leaves in her hair. And everybody that she passes by, well, you can't see this obviously in the picture, but Aviana says, yeah, she would just pass by everybody, and even if they tried to talk to her, she would just ignore them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Gentrifying ass. Okay. Yeah. But I know roughly where the neighborhood is.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The location would be around 8-6.
8,
Around there.
6. Okay.
So that's around the neighborhood where she is. So very cool. You get that information in the scene, and then you can now act on that information without switching locations if you want to. So you can let me know what you want to do, give it a little think, and we'll go with Charles and Anna, who are at the park. So you guys meet up at the park. This is describe the park to us, because it's your park, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. This is it wasn't originally a park. There was like a bunch of old buildings that were like, they were recently like where the colonizers came through into California when they tried to establish the city. They built a bunch of monuments and the buildings, but now we got a bunch of black folks living around here, and we're like, take this down. We got to put something better. So we demoed all that crap and built a park that's pretty big. It's like, I'd say 10, like, like I said, 8x8 in terms of city blocks. Like, it's pretty big. But the central feature, it like has lots of trees, like Central Park or Prospect Park, if you're familiar with it, in New York. Or even like Olympic, similar to like Olympic Park in like Atlanta, like the lots of trees, but also lots of play and open space. And in the middle is a crescent fountain. Where it's like the crescent. It looks like a crescent moon that just has a lot of water and water feature in the middle, and then where the rest of the moon would be are what look like stars that just like have jets that like shoot up. So it's a very nice park, and lots of seating around for everyone, accessible seating, so that everyone could reach it, and it's actually all one level ish.
And did Anna bring her goat with her?
I am definitely walking with a goat. Yeah, I've got a little like harness for him, and I'm using this goat as if it's protection, like somehow, like I'm going to be able to negotiate something with this goat. By the way, to those watching, my character has something called the doomed, where my character thinks that they're doomed essentially. So that's where this is coming from. I think I'm walking with my goat, but I want to definitely, at least like as I'm going around like in the park socializing with other people there, like just trying to get a good idea of like, does anybody need anything? Is anyone looking like they could use some support emotionally?
Me, I am. I look like I could use someone emotional.
Okay, then I'm like, how are you doing, Charles?
Great. I am a little concerned.
About the giant?
Oh no, about the goat.
Oh, yeah. I figured that if the giant were to like come upon us, at the very least, I could either negotiate or appease or distract in some form or fashion the goats, just to help with that.
Oh, you know what? I think if anyone were to show up, and like confront us,
Hmm.
whether individually or as a group, if there was a goat, there would be pause. Like that would be a great distraction. I would be distracted. I am distracted by the goat.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, it didn't even take it being a giant. Like, I'd be like, why is there a goat here?
Give me your money. Is that a goat? Like it's wild.
Yep. So I, at this point, like as we're talking and you're looking at me, I am petting like the goat. So
Hmm.
like,
This makes so much sense.
So, do you guys have a plan? Do you have something that you wanted to do in the park?
I was hoping the entire everyone would be here, but it seems like we're waiting for others.
mhm.
Uh,
I just love it's like two black people in a park with a goat just standing there. It's like,
as they do.
as a group does.
Now, though, this park, though, like the folks that are around the park, I feel like it wouldn't be something that they would be disturbed by. Just kind of like, huh, all right.
It's definitely I would say it's probably for us this is just funny. For everyone else it would probably be like I am dressed in like a button down gray shirt. It has an M on or it has a W for on it, and like slacks and construction boots. And what are you wearing?
I'm, ooh, I would have definitely had class today. So I'm in like a pantsuit essentially. Yeah, I'm in a purple pantsuit.
Brilliant. So
Yeah.
there is a woman in a purple pantsuit with the goat, and clearly a man who just came from work of some sort of construction, talking to this woman in purple pantsuit with the
Holding a
goat,
goat.
very casually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people are worried at all.
No,
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Definitely a scene I've seen before.
Oh yeah, happened all the time in the 90s. In the
Oh.
90s, yeah, all the time.
Yes, it's the
It's
90s.
the
Makes
90s
sense.
It's the 90s, yeah.
There are no camera phones. They
know
can't
what?
tell.
You don't remember
Exactly.
the GO phenomenon, 1993? Like, it's fucking crazy.
Girls are real popular. Yeah.
How else are you gonna get a goat
Exactly.
except for to just walk it home yourself?
Exactly.
It makes sense to me.
Right.
This
This is normal.
Yeah.
With that in mind, I'll leave you two to kind of figure out if there's like a plan or something, or if you're just gonna wait. If you're just gonna
I think wait, yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
No, it's
let's
fine.
just wait, see if they show up, I guess. You can tell me about your new goat friend.
Well, he poops a lot.
It's a goat, yes.
Yeah, but like a significant amount. But that's neither here nor there. I think I could just like, you could page Armstrong, right? See if he's on his way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you talked to Marcelo?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Rob?
Have y'all talked recently?
We haven't spoken
Y'all
in
should
quite
talk.
some time. No, the last time we spoke, there was an unanswered question of where a certain artifact disappeared
Mm.
on its way to the docks,
Yep.
and for some reason we ended up talking about something else really quickly after that, and I never got a chance to fully understand like if he had any knowledge to that, and I don't.
So
I
here's
feel like
the
I'm
thought.
never gonna get that answer.
Here's a thought, just an idea. Little something for you. Y'all should talk. Y'all should have an open and honest conversation
Okay.
about what's going on. I think that's what you should do. Do you think on that and let that percolate, and
Mhm.
then
So
Okay.
real quick. All right. So if you two are stopping there,
Wait.
you're resting, I guess.
Yes, we are resting there and see.
Marcelo, what is Marcelo doing? Is Marcelo, now that he's got the information, what is your plan going forward?
I'm telling Aviana to send some boys out there, but keep your distance. Don't let her know that you are on her tail.
Okay. So you're having them follow her.
Yeah.
That works. But what are you doing though?
I'm gonna head to the park.
You're gonna go to the park. Okay. I'm gonna just wrap this into the same scene since we're not really doing too much. And that's 1, 2, 3, and you can get to the park without even having to spend any additional free time because you're pretty close to the park. So this there, so you can show up there. Let me do. So you get a page, you get another page because they're getting impatient with you, Dr. Armstrong. But your pager goes off right at the same time as Andre's mom is showing up.
Did I get a last name? Or
It was Madison. I mean, but
okay.
it was Andre Madison was his name. I actually didn't give her. Oh no, I did give her a name. Dolores was her name.
Miss Madison, you will be happy to know that your son will make it. He's currently in a medical induced coma right now, but he will, with the right therapy and time, survive.
And she starts bawling, oh my God, thank you, doctor. Oh, all that stuff.
I do have a passive that is a soothing aura, which kind
Oh,
of like
love it.
helps.
Got it. Are you, and is that a passive or an active?
It's a passive.
Oh, that's soothing aura is different than aura of influence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so she cries less than what I just described.
Haha.
I mean, you can't not cry in this sort of
Yes.
situation.
Yes, but it's not like
definitely
it's not hysterical. It's not like
hysterically crying, right? So no, that's dope. Soothing aura is one of my favorites.
yeah.
So and because you have soothing aura, if you wanted to possibly ask her questions or anything like that, then you could.
Yeah, I will. I saw your interview with on the television. You said that the lady was saying something to your son. Do you remember what she was saying?
She says she was speaking some sort of weird language that I've never heard before. I mean, so she first off, she wasn't really saying much, but whenever she did say, she said a few things. I didn't really understand what they were. And one thing that they did say, I did that backwards. Okay. Yeah, she was saying something very weird. I'm not really sure. And she says the words basically what the woman says.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like lam pai mai and the I, like she's saying these weird things because this is something that the woman said to her son right before her son was hit.
Okay.
But it doesn't. It's all gibberish to anybody who doesn't speak the language. So
that's fair. That makes sense. This is and like he sees that his fellow Dr. Amelia Pierce is like coming by. This is Amelia Pierce. They can tell you and assure you and keep you company while your son is in recovery. I have to go. I have another meeting that I must attend to. But thank you for answering my question. I know this is a traumatic time for you, and I just want to make sure you get through it as easily as possible.
yeah, she says, and thank you, doctor. I just would have never thought that something like this would happen on Franklin Street. It was such a peaceful neighborhood normally.
Disaster can strike at any moment, but we have to remember to always move forward.
Exactly. And then you head to the park.
Yeah. And while I'm heading to the park,
yes,
could I call upon what is it called? The 8 million spirits, I believe it's
what spirits are you going to? Are you going to call them at the park, or are you doing it?
I'm going to call them at the park, but
at the park. Okay, so you're going to go to the park.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say Marcelo and Dr. Armstrong both show up, so you guys can converse or whatever, and then we'll get to then Simon's 8 million spirits use.
That's a lot of poop for oh, great. Someone else. Marcelo, good to see
Dr.
you.
Sinaj, Mr. Williamson.
Ah,
How are we?
we have a goat.
Hello.
Yeah.
I pop out from like behind a tree.
Oh, what were you doing? Okay. Hey. What's
Sorry,
going on?
I was watching that woman over there with her dog. She seems like she's got a lot going on. Anyway, hi, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. It's been so long. How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Business is good as per usual.
Is business good?
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the rich get richer and the poor people get less poor.
I'm not quite on board with what that logic truly means, but I'm sure you're doing a great thing with your money person den. Yeah.
We are doing so well. Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, thank God. Dr.
Yes?
Armstrong, what's
Oh,
happening?
you weren't talking about me. Sorry. I was gonna say you're welcome.
No, if I'm thanking someone, I'm thanking myself. Good idea. Dr. Armstrong.
Inspiration. Uh, sorry I'm late. Just had to make sure the patient, the boy, was alive and well. His mother is there.
How is he?
He's alive and well.
Yeah.
He's recovering. He's gonna be recovering for a while, but he's alive and he will.
I'm sure
I expect nothing
having
less.
having an interaction with a giant can be very tough.
Man,
Like, a what?
I'm telling you, I've already been over this with Charles. The woman, she's somehow is, for some reason, is here in a smaller form. It is 1000% a mountain giant.
Okay,
mind if I get a second opinion on that?
I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna listen in to the world at large and in contacts with spirits.
So you are calling on the 8 million spirits?
Yes.
Okay. Let me go to that page real quick so I don't remember what.
It is page 83 in the PDF.
Look at you.
Nice.
I'm looking right at it.
Helpful.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So you're going to spend one fragment then?
Yes,
And you're going to call upon the lesser spirits, and you can send them. What can you do with that? So you
I can ask a
talk to
question.
the spirits of whatever is around here in the park.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I think just like maybe like a wind spirit, like a self or a tree spirit of some kind.
Okay.
Something that's connected to nature, because this woman is obviously connected to nature in some kind because she has the crown of leaves.
That's a fair guess.
The mountains.
Of course, the mountains. Yes.
Of course, the mountains. But I think there is a woman out there who is speaking a tongue that is not human.
Oh.
Saying the words, and he'll repeat the words that the mother told him.
Would I know what that means? Because I have tongues. And I've probably heard a lot of people talk.
You could know what it means if you spent a fragment.
You know what? I think I'm going to spend one of those fragments to know what that means.
Okay. And the reason why is because, like, if it was Spanish or something, it'd be like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like Old Greek. So, and the words that she said to the boy before he was hit was, "I'm so sorry you have to die today."
Oopsies.
Wait, that's what she said? I'm so sorry you have to die today? That's rude. What?
Wait, what?
Is there an issue that the boy didn't die?
I don't know. I don't know. Hold on.
Wait, what kind of what? Well, now we know what they said. I would like to know what they are. Could the spirit be able to tell me what they are or who they are? after asking the wind.
I'm gonna say the spirit has not seen anything. So without or have not felt anything. I guess the wind spirit doesn't have eyes. I have not felt the presence of such a thing as you describe. So I would say they don't know what it could be.
But
The
they're
spirit.
speaking ancient Greek.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
I'm gonna have some knowledge about that. Whoopsies.
okay.
I've got a. I'm gonna page Amelia Pierce, Dr. Amelia Pierce.
Okay.
Is the patient okay?
She says yes, the patient is okay. I've kind of left him with one of the other doctors. We actually just had a whole bunch of people come in who are ODing.
Handle that. Make sure. Keep an eye on. Keep an eye on our primary. Everyone else.
I'll check back when I can.
Good. And then we should go find them. Does
Do we
anyone
know
where
where
they
they
are?
are?
Yeah, I know whereabouts in the neighborhood, but we got a giant white girl running around the hood. We gotta warn brothers, right?
Yes.
She already
Correct.
got one.
Yes.
They're gonna go
Correct.
crazy. We just gotta keep our
What's
people
with the
safe.
goat?
It's
Is
for
it-
the giant. I came prepared. I don't know about you, but I came prepared to tussle with a mountain giant
Something
in our dear city.
I'm gonna. Something tells me it's not a giant, but it's always good to keep options open. If they're speaking ancient Greek, right?
Yes.
Right.
That is
then
ancient Greek.
They might be of the pantheon, one of the classics.
Mm. Like Bacchus, he could still get a goat. I'm gonna stop with that bit.
Okay.
The
Okay.
bit's over.
Never stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Never.
Fucking good bit.
Never? Okay.
It's a solid bit.
Never.
I want this go through the whole time.
Bet.
The
All right.
whole time.
Back in game.
Let's go.
Say
The
that it's
Greeks.
to get to around dusk.
Okay.
Okay.
It can still be accepted as a sacrifice. You never know. If we want to find out more about the Greeks, it's not exactly my area of expertise, but I can at least ask my department.
You know. I like where your head's at.
You.
It coming from me. It's inspired. So, we know whereabouts. Mr. Hines, you were saying you know whereabouts they are.
Yeah, and I point to the 8-6 it was. Yeah, location 8-6 thereabouts.
Oh. What were they doing over there?
Gentrifying. But if not that, just wandering around.
What I will point out, well, actually, let's make somebody make a roll. Let's make a roll, y'all.
Ooh, roll.
Somebody make a roll, and I need, let's say, 2 successes. Let's do an intuition plus travel.
Not me.
I've got no travel. I have 2 intuition.
All right, I got that.
Let's go.
Come on, Charles.
And we are near 2 places, so that gives
By the
me
way, even if you only have 1 die, you can get 2 successes on a 10.
That's
so,
true.
Roll anyway.
I got 2 in intuition, 2 in travel, plus we're in the park and near to another. So I'm gonna get 6d10 and we'll see what happens.
Well, hold on. The bonuses for your divine location is for manifestations, not for.
Okay, so
All right, so I only get 4.
Yeah, so you need 4, not 6.
that's a shame. Those are a lot of successes right
Yeah,
now.
that's
Good rolls, yeah.
3.
Good grief. Yeah.
But okay,
Stick
okay.
with those 3.
Just roll those 3 dice. They'll come up successes again. That's how statistics work.
I'll roll 4.
You got this.
Can I Can I take one of the Pantheon dice and roll that as well?
I got 6 right now.
Yeah, you got a bunch.
Sweet.
We
I'll
loaded
drop.
up. We loaded up quick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop that down to 5, and then I will roll 5. I'll roll 5d10.
5d10.
Hey, look at that.
Or look
I'll-
at that. It was 4. It was 4 again.
I'll take the 4.
Hey,
love it.
critical, too.
So you also obviously you start in your brain start recalling things. So if she was last seen in around 8-6, that's basically like a bad seedy kind of drug-filled neighborhood.
Yeah.
Franklin Street is actually at 9-6. The Whale actually was at 10-6. That was the beach.
So, okay. All right. So she was here, and then here. Is she just walking? You guys, this white chick just walking straight through the city? Like, cause if they started here, and you guys saw her out here,
Mhm.
that's a straight shot.
I imagine Charles just like literally carries like a map of the city with him too.
Of course.
Like literally
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey everybody, look at this.
Yeah. Why? Who does it?
Who does it?
Must have left my
It's-
home.
It's weird. It says Goggle. It says Goggle maps. They're a weird
Goggle.
company. It's got 2 guys with like binoculars.
Mm.
Like
Map
it's
Quest.
It's
Yeah.
Ask Jeff. It's like
yeah.
Oh man.
That's the ad on the back. Ask
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
yeah.
So it looks like, and pull out a ruler from my bag.
Mhm.
They're going here. So either they, and I try to draw my pencil in the other direction. Wait, isn't the Whale on a beach still?
I mean,
It's still I don't know how long it takes to clean up a beached whale, but that happened like 3 days ago.
okay.
That's-
So they
that-
definitely happened.
That was
So-
3 days ago?
And that's where she's headed.
No. It seems like from the beach. And then like Franklin was earlier today. And now she's just walking through here. Huh.
Is she coming this way? Seems like
Technically.
she's gonna pass through this way sooner or later.
Yeah.
I say we should meet her and talk to her. Understand what she wants. A civil conversation.
Ugg boots in a Starbucks, I assume.
I would prefer not unless I'm building it.
I'm just wide-eyed, like as I'm like petting the goat, like just stewing in my own mind about if this woman is possibly my doom coming.
So we have stares directly at the goat. Apparently, at least 4 votes.
I'd say we approach them.
Do you want to head her off at the pass?
Yeah, why not?
Goat?
So
Listen.
yes. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a real quick break, and then we're gonna go to point 7-6 on the map to meet up with this weird woman. So we'll be back. I don't know how long are breaks.
Do a 10?
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Ooh.